In this episode of Keep Dreaming Garage, I get stuck in my engine bay.
Hey, Lash?
Yeah. Justin destroys his phone, and Ben shows his love for the new engine. But before we get started, a word from our sponsor. Surprise, it's us. In fact, there are only two of us that are involved in the production. My girlfriend does all of the filming, and I do the voiceover, the editing, and all that other stuff involved. And here and there, we get some friends to help us out with the cars. If you guys enjoy our videos, consider grabbing yourself a shirt or some stickers or a flag. We have a variety of stuff available on the shop. All of your support goes directly back into the channel and allows us to keep making cool content for you guys to watch. We make the shirts, stickers, and we ship anywhere in the world. The link is in the description. And now, back to the video. This is the brand new block that's going to be going into Project Leonardo, and no, it's not leaking oil already. I put my AVCS cam gears on top here and didn't realize that they had more oil in them, so they leaked all over the box. Type RA block, which is available in the 2018 Type RA STi and 19 plus STI till when the STI was killed in 2021. I'm using this version instead of just the factory replacement because we figured out that we had ringland failure, and I don't want to deal with that again. So we got the best version of the EJ that's available for, you know, something that could work with this project. And yeah, let's make it happen. Before we can make it happen, it's time to pick up some more parts for the build. I ordered these on Dalton's parts website, and Omar had it all ready to pick up. While I was there, I also got a chance to say hi to their parts manager, Dwayne. They both dropped in on the last event I did in San Diego. Thanks to Dalton Subaru for supporting this build and providing some parts. Now it's time to head back to the house and unload all these parts. What we're going to do now is we're going to unload the rest of the parts, and then we're heading out to the machine shop to drop off the heads for them to resurface them, clean them, go through the valves and all that stuff. So let's make it happen. On to the next thing.
This is Justin at Paradise Motorsports here to do Andy's STi Subaru heads, and we'll be going through that from start to finish today. Since we're going to be going through them complete, we'll be taking them apart first, so when we get them in the hot tank, everything will clean up real nice. And then after we get them out of the hot tank, we'll take them over to the sandblast. We'll sand them up real good. Then we'll get them out. We'll get all the oil galley plugs out. We'll get everything cleaned up, re-hot tank them again. And then after they come back out of the hot tank, we'll bring them over to the table to give a valve job, make sure everything's seating properly. And then we'll take them over to the resurface machine, make sure everything's flat. After we'll bring it back, blow everything off, get all the shavings out, and then we'll get them halfway together so we can adjust everything where it needs to be within spec. And then we'll put everything together with brand new seals and everything, so everything's ready to go. I just want to thank Justin for letting me film and taking care of our stuff so quickly. This isn't a sponsored segment. I paid full price for their service. I've used Paradise Motorsports in the past for my Forester, and they do an awesome job. It's amazing to see these guys work. It was really educational witnessing all the steps involved in refurbishing the heads, and it really is next level mastery of technique. If you guys like this video, hit the like button. It really helps us out and helps us get noticed. We're going to leave Justin to finish up both heads and pick them up later. So you find me in my engine bay because we still don't have our heads back from the machine shop, and the reason for that is the valves on our heads weren't reusable. They had too much pitting on them. So I actually got on the phone with Dalton Subaru, and their parts guy Omar was really helpful and said that they can get brand new ones right away and they can get them shipped directly to the shop. Really easy access to the oil fill for the transmission and differential. So today we're going to be doing all the gear oil, the rear diff, and the brake fluid, because that's just what we can do while we're waiting on the other stuff. Something that should have been an easy job turned into a nightmare. The drain plug was already rounded for the gearbox. So we decided to tackle the brake fluid flush, and after that we decided to do the rear diff fluid. This should be of no surprise. The fill and drain were so tight that it took the cheater bar and the jack to leverage it and break it loose. I bought an extractor kit the next day and got it off, and then we called Omar at Dalton to order a new drain plug. So far, nothing is going to plan, but that's the reality of working on old cars that somebody has already messed with. Gear oil's all done, and now we're going to go on to the next thing, which is wiring. So let's get to it. The tab, it's normally supposed to have a little tab like this, which is a retaining tab. It keeps it on the coil pack and it slides on. When this backs off, the car starts misfiring because it only has 3 coil packs that are functioning. Here's how we solve this. The way we're going to solve this is we're going to use the stuff iWire sent us, and we're going to depin the plugs, and then we're going to just install new plugs. And it's pretty straightforward. I thought it was really difficult. I've never done this before, but it was really cool. I was emailing Brian from iWire back and forth, and he showed me how to do it, and he was really helpful. Wiring stuff always seems intimidating, but the more I do it, the more I enjoy it. I also cleaned all of the dirt and oil off the harness, and now it was time to fix the downpipe.
There it is. Damn, son, what'd you do, Andy? Okay, it's all done. Since it's never gonna see the light of day again. Look at that beauty, stronger than before.
With the downpipe back in one piece, it was time to go assemble our new engine. It is another day, and today is the big day where we are assembling the block for the car. Today we're going to get the heads on, we're going to get the head gaskets in, cam seals, and oil pan, oil pickup, all of that stuff. We made a list of things that Ben's holding.
Check the heads, install the heads.
Cry, go home. Wait, group therapy for trauma caused by owning a Subaru? Wait, rethink choices. Are you saying I made a bad decision by buying this car? We have everything laid out right here. We have the engine master gasket set. We have new timing cover, new timing covers. We have all the pulleys. We have the head. We have one of the heads here, one of them over there. We have a new oil pickup. So we're not putting the stock oil pickup back in. We're putting this one back in because it's a lot sturdier, stronger. And yeah, I don't want my oil pickup to break. Our timing belt kit, we have a bunch of stuff. We have a new oil pan. We have an upgraded oil pump here. So we have an 11 mil oil pump, and I don't know why that's a significant difference, but it's a Type RA block and it's for a Type RA. So we're gonna get cracking, but first, it's Christmas. We're gonna open the box and look at our new block. Oh, it's like actually in plywood.
It's encapsulated for protection.
Oh, wow.
Can you lift that? Don't hurt yourself.
It's not that heavy. Whoa. Oh, it has a rear main in it. Wow, okay.
So where's that list? Where's that list?
Where's that list?
Get the list.
One thing's off the list. Wait, hold on. I think it has a rear main too. Oh, look, it has a... Look at that. This is going to power Leonardo for a long time, hopefully.
Leonardo. Huh?
Justin doesn't name cars. Leonardo. He's not sentimental.
It's from Titanic.
No, it's not DiCaprio.
The cars like
no. It's not DiCaprio. It's
Your car can paint French women or something like that.
This is the latest and greatest version of the EJ257, and that's why you want to do it. Why would you not do it?
What's updated on this one?
Justin, you tell us what's updated. I'll list it here, somewhere here, maybe in the description somewhere. I've never done anything to this extent before, and I'm glad to have friends that are willing to help me and teach me do this. I think as a car guy, you should always be willing to take on a challenge and use it as an opportunity to learn and further your skills. When you give Subaru about $2,500 of your dollars, this is what you end up getting: the latest and greatest version of the EJ25 engine. Now, on to more important things. Marty saw that I beat your car
with a completely
like 4 or 5
destroyed
times.
Rod, with a rod bearing.
That's a
out.
personal issue because last time I checked, I was in front of you.
A standstill?
You want to race?
Yeah.
In the Prius?
Dude, I'll beat you right now.
He's challenging me to a race.
Yeah.
What car?
the Bug-Eye.
Your Bug-Eye
with the rally tires.
Okay, your Rallycross build versus this stock STi.
Oh, it's stock now.
Oh, it's going to stay stock. I'm not,
Oh, okay.
This is my daily driver.
All right, we'll see. Let's do this. Yeah.
Yeah, because this car, this is the third engine that this car is getting. And I've become a typical Subaru owner now. None of my other cars need a different engine. It's just this car. We got our lovely head gaskets here.
Very strong.
Head gasket!
See, there's multi-layer steel.
Triple layer. head gaskets. I don't want to bend them.
Strongest in the industry there.
You can see the third layer right there. Did you just say strongest in the industry?
No, it's almost the same. They're very, very reliable head gaskets.
So we're doing this side? As I'm putting it on, wrong. Oh, wait, no. You know when you put the USB-A in the right way, but then you twist it to go the other way? Yeah, and it doesn't go in? There we go.
It's always good to double check certain things when assembling an engine. One of those things are valve clearances on the heads. This is where Justin notices something wrong. We double-checked the valve clearances and learned that they were not for our STi. Double-checking the clearances with a factory service manual confirmed our suspicions.
I was so excited to assemble our block, and it doesn't look like we're...
We're double-checking. We don't want to, like, throw it in and have the specs be off.
And then just start it and...
It'll be okay. It'll run fine, and it just won't last as long. I'm talking like at 150,000 miles.
Yeah, I want it to last a long time.
You have to pull the heads up.
Which is 0.35, right?
0.013. Oh, that's different. Okay. It's not 15. So we're going to go...
Dude, look at you trying to force that in. Like, look at it.
It's fine, bro.
No, yeah. See, like, I know that look. I know. Yeah. See, I know. I already know. It needs to go back to the machine shop and get fixed. If it goes in smoothly without you forcing it in, no problem. But you're forcing it in.
How many valve lashes
it doesn't matter.
Have you done?
It's a tolerance. I can read. I have basic understanding of what that should be. You shouldn't have to force something in. A bigger bolt will fit in a small...
If you don't push the feeler gauge in...
You want to get this done today. That's what you want to do. Yeah, and you wouldn't be laughing if that wasn't the case.
No. You're good.
No, I don't like the way you know.
You're good. You know me. Older one would have been this.
This is the reality of working on an older car, especially when you don't have access to all these documents. Thankfully, we have Justin and Ben, who are professionals, helping us because we're trying to figure out the exhaust valve clearances, and they're too tight. The clearances are too small. So
they appear to be that way.
They appear to be that way. So I'm on my phone. Justin was on his phone. Ben's on the laptop. We're trying to figure out what the tolerances are because the last thing we want to do is put it back together and then it burns the exhaust valve eventually down the road, and we have to do this again. So these kinds of steps prevent issues in the future.
Yeah, it's a little on the tight side.
Yeah.
You know, when this kind of stuff happens, it makes you doubt everything.
Old one, the 04. But okay, these are going to the machine shop. This is the reality that we don't normally see on YouTube and, you know, other channels and stuff, you know, like
they skip through
other outlets.
Like, oh, it's back in the car.
Yeah, like if you see a build on like Instagram and YouTube, and you know, we're not, you know, talking down on anybody. You know, everybody's got to do what they got to do, right? You know, people have deadlines, people have, you know, time frames they need things to be done in, but this is the reality of working on a car, especially when you don't have a shop, you know, you're not professional.
Even with a shop professional, you run into snags.
Yeah, but instead of
like
editing this out and throwing it in the bin, we're going to do what we can today and just, no, don't throw it in the bin. It's my engine. But that's the reality of it. And you know what? That's why we're including this in the video, is to show you guys like
there's drama.
It happens. It happens, you know? Justin wanted to put it in and then he finally admitted.
No, I was like, you know what? It'll work fine. It closes up and seats and presses up against the cylinder head and transfer the heat into the metal in the cylinder head. And then the coolant flowing through the head is going to, you know, take the heat away and put it into the radiator. But if this valve is sticking open, it's not touching, it's going to, what's going to happen is going to warp and burn the valve.
Oh, it's going to stay stock. It's not, the 07 staying stock. This is my daily driver. I'm not modifying it. Extension. How much? Oil pan time.
This is the narrow bottom oil pan.
Yeah, the STi oil pan. Nice. This is when we realized that we didn't have all of our hardware for the oil pan or the oil pump.
These guys.
Do I not have them? Dude.
They're all looking for bolts.
Quick call to Dalton got that sorted. Since we couldn't keep going, we decided to take a break. And I was able to give the boys some gifts. Yeah, so we were at the store and I saw this, and this reminded me of your GC rally car build. And then this reminded me of your Miata. So I got you a Miata and I got you a GC.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Back in the engine bay I go. You guys are probably wondering why I'm climbing back in my engine bay, and that's because there's no engine in it. No, all jokes aside, my OCD has been going crazy seeing this dirt and dust and nastiness, and you know, for a lot of people it's normal, but for me it's driving me crazy. And we still haven't assembled our engine yet. We're still waiting on some parts from Dalton Subaru. They should be here soon. So I'm going to take that time and opportunity to clean all of this nastiness. As you can see, there's, you know, power steering fluid that leaked everywhere. Hey, just pan away, don't look, don't look. Oh, that's creating a big mess. There's just, you know, 17 years of dirt and grime in the engine bay, and I want to take the opportunity to clean it all. So here are the tools you're going to need. Yes, this is pretty much it. There's a lot of grease, a lot of oil everywhere, and we're just going to use this to wipe the engine down first. And you're probably wondering, how am I going to wash an engine bay in the garage that probably doesn't have a drain? Well, here's how we're going to do it. I have a bunch of cardboard boxes right over here, and we went to the store and bought a bin that's pretty wide, and it's going to catch, I think it catches 10-15 gallons of water. Thanks to Adam's Polishes for sending us some stuff to detail this nasty engine bay. This is going to be a lot of work, so let's get started. Past me was in here the other night, and I sealed everything up in plastic and I put zip ties around it. One of the things that I did was, since the axle boot is split, I actually put, if you look right here, I actually wrapped the axle boot that's split in plastic, and I put a shirt over it so no water gets in there. You guys are probably wondering, oh, it's an engine bay, it's probably going to get dirty again. It probably will, probably not to this extent, because hopefully we don't have any oil leaks or issues like this car did before. What we're trying to do is just trying to make it the best it can be, just the way it is. We're not going to remove everything, paint the engine bay and all that kind of stuff in here. This car is going to be a daily driver. It's not going to be a show car. That's not what its intention is. It's going to be driven. One of the things that I wanted to show was there was just a random ball of like grease or grime sitting in the engine bay, which I was actually just able to pick off. So judging by the state of my new hoodie, which, you know, I shouldn't have worn, we're almost done. We're done here. All I need to do is just blow everything out and then clean my garage, because I don't know if you can see, but by the state of this right down there, you can see it's a river. And this is all the grimy water that we caught. Wait, I think it's leaking. My OCD is now calm, but at what cost? I have to wipe my entire garage down. I took a step back and I was admiring my work, where I started to realize how modern engines are so boring. A giant plastic cover with a logo doesn't have a lot of character or style. I took the time to do this because I love the way the Boxer engine looks, and there's nothing better to complement that than with a nice and clean engine bay. Speaking of cleaning and refreshing, it was time to do something about that intake manifold. My buddy Joseph helped me with the intake manifold. He degreased it and started to mask it off. I wanted to keep it as OEM as possible, so I took the time to mask every bit of the exposed surface. On a bright and warm day, I set to work painting the intake. One thing to note, I didn't use the wrinkle red stuff because it dried orange. I used a red high temp paint over the existing wrinkle finish. Here's what it looked like before, and this is what it looked like after. Now it's time to fix those axles. To get the axle out, we removed the 32mm axle nut and used a pry bar to separate the knuckle from the control arm and ball joint. After this, you have enough space to remove the axle. The driver's side axle wasn't torn but had hairline cracks forming, meaning the rubber was going to split soon. After majestically removing a passenger side axle, Justin revealed a split axle boot. This is the culprit for all of the grease under my car. If this isn't fixed, it'll eventually dry out and ruin your axle. The most common failure on turbo Subarus is on the passenger side inner axle. The extra heat makes it nice and toasty. Over time, it hardens the rubber and causes it to split. Instead of paying $400 to $500 for a new axle, we decided to rebuild both axles and replace the inner boots. These are less than $50 aside from Subaru. You can still buy these kits at the dealer even though the GD, WRX, and STi parts are getting harder to get. Both inner and outer boots are still available. Don't be intimidated by this. The hardest part of this job is getting the axles out. Rebuilding them is really straightforward, and the rebuild kit comes with all the necessary grease and hardware required. Make sure to clean the old grease out and get any debris out at the same time. Use the new hardware and clamps supplied. If you have oil leaks that get onto the axle boot, it will break down the rubber faster, so make sure to fix that leak and clean that oil off. After Justin used the wrong tool to do the right job, we were done. And we had new axle boots, new grease, and clamps installed. Justin made sure to distribute the grease in the axle, and he gave it one final test and sent us on our way. In the next episode of Keep Dreaming Garage, make sure to subscribe to keep up with our videos, and we'll see you in the next one.
Ow. I should have done it the other way. Ow. 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 Ugh. God. Okay. I'm good.